Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion. Doubling back on you, I had to refocus. If I were you, to be honest, I wouldn't approach it.
Oh, say does.
I'm just saying, I make this in 2 days. It is evident I do better win.
Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday. It's the final game of the regular season, Greg. It's time to look ahead for most teams.
And for some, that's looking towards the playoffs, right? Others, it's looking to the offseason, but don't look too far down the road just yet. We've got a game to play.
Here's the starting group for Houston. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And Van Vliet out there with Thompson. And it's Durant in at the small forward. And he gets the bucket.
James Harden has made a living out of tough shot making. And I'll tell you, the defense pretty good right there. James Harden just better.
KD passes to Şengün. Over Leonard. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Harden. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, if you allow Zubac's positioning near the cup, look out. This is what you can expect.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Şengün passes to Durant. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
You see how quick Kevin Durant is off the floor near the rim. That's tough to stop.
Brooks outside. Pass to Leonard. Fires from 18. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
You watch Şengün, he has all the moves on the interior.
First trip to the line for him here.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history. Well, this is just pick-and-roll action at its finest. The big man sets a solid screen, rolls to the cup, leaves no doubt.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Los Angeles making a switch here. Paul's checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. Okogie's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And it's Beal in the corner. And Durant sends it back.
I think it's probably the most underrated aspect of Kevin Durant's game. He's elite defensively and sends that shot back.
Clock at 6. Beal finds Zubac. And here's Leonard for three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
Shoots it. The shot by KD. No good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
It's good. And it's 7 points for Leonard.
You can see the level of attention Bradley Beal draws. This guy is so heady, finding the open teammate.
And the basket by Okogie.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now here's Paul. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. It's Beal on the wing. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And Thompson kicks to Şengün. Shoots over Zubac. Şengün, no good.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Beal gets a wide open look. Fires from deep. Rebound by Okogie.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Şengün with the screen for Smith. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Şengün's got 3 assists tonight. Paul passes to Harden. Paul against Thompson. Nobody near Leonard. Buries it from 3-point range. He's got 10.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
Lopez is checked in for the Clippers. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And then for Houston, Tari Eason's checked in for Jabari Smith. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Durant. Here's Şengün. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Painful to watch, guys. You can see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Knocked away. Pushing it up. And finished off by Finney-Smith.
This guy is now a terrific two-way threat. Finney-Smith grabs the steal, and he looks to go all the way.
Here's Harden. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Clippers shooting their first free throws here for the night. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
James Harden brings tremendous versatility. He can score it, he can distribute. Whatever you need from him offensively, he can provide it.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Şengün with the ball. Screen by Şengün. And it's good.
There will be 2 minutes to review the last
Look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus just pointed up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Batum. Chris Dunn is out there with Paul. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Lopez in at the center position. You know, Doris, assists aren't just a point guard stat any longer, are they? A lot of big men in the league can distribute very well.
Yeah, Kev, it's really striking to me how multi-dimensional every single position in the NBA has become. As you said, bigs can pass, point guards can attack the cup and score. The game is becoming more and more skilled.
A shot by Batum, no good. Rockets trail. Here's Eason. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Clippers. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. It's Beal on the wing. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Boy, when Beal's effective inside, he can change the tenor of the game for his team.
Pass to Okogie from the arc. Beal pulls it in. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He wants to talk to his guys. A different look for the Clippers. O'Neal's check in for Batum. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Dunn. And a switch here also for Houston. Van Vliet's checked in. Paul against Van Vliet. Paul can't get it to go. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle.
Chris Paul not only has a great handle, but man, his footwork is so good.
Finney Smith finds Eason, and it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. James Harden, he's checked in for Chris Paul.
Into the lineup for your
Here's Eason. O'Neal with the defensive effort. The Clippers in the lead. And as James Harden enters his mid-30s doors, he's still able to put his fingerprints all over a game.
So true, Kevin. Rumors of his supposed demise have been greatly exaggerated. This guy's able to create shots for himself and his teammates at an elite level.
Here's Finney Smith. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Houston.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Inside, here's Capella. Pass to Finney Smith. Here's Eason. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. Fires for 3. It doesn't go in. He's 3 for 9 now and frustrated. Here's Thompson. Finney Smith passes to Eason. Here's Thompson. Second shot opportunity. Count it. Good. Thompson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Rockets.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Beal deciding where to go with it. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Fred VanVleet picks one up.
An absolute master at drawing contact. Defenders get nervous guarding James Harden. This is why.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Leonard comes in for O'Neal, and it's Paul in for Beal. Houston also making some changes. Şengün comes in for Clint Capella, and it's Kevin Durant in for Thompson.
Even without the explosive athleticism, he's still able to play above the rim.
And this is what it's all come to, the end of the season power rankings. You look at the Clippers, they're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
And when I look at Houston, they just crushed expectations all season long. Only a few people thought they could sustain this level of excellence, but here they are.
Houston leading by 4. High arcing shot. Durant, no good. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Paul, no one around him. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Houston's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Here's Brooks. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Brooks has got his first basket of the night.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. Clippers trail by 5. Ball right side. Out to Brooks. KD against Harden. Shoots over KD. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And here's KD for 3. Kevin Durant can't get that one to fall. To the middle. Here's Leonard. The kick out to Lopez. No good. That would have tied it.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Durant for 3. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And that, my friends, is a dagger on the way to the locker room. That three-pointer stings when it comes right at the end of the half.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up? And some good races going on in the conference. Who do you think would win a race between the 3 of us?
I might have to put my money on you, Ernie. The Jet is more like a city bus these days. Plus, he doesn't know how to run through the tape. Get it?
Yeah, I might be a city bus or I might be a prop plane, but I got still plenty spring in his legs there, youngster. I tell you, still got some spring in them.
Thanks, Gramps. I think Shaq's right. And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Rockets.
They've controlled the pace and it's been fast. Getting out in the open court and scoring before the defense could get set.
Says the Jet. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And Van Vliet out there with Thompson. And it's KD in at the 3 spot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred Van Vliet. How the second half of the season has shaped up for him. And he's also ranked second in assists. Needless to say, an elite playmaker.
And as you said, #1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you.
Competitive, selfless, and a high basketball IQ. Şengün with the traits every coach loves.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Leonard. And the shot falls short this time. Houston leading by 5. Outside, KD. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And Torres, what's amazing to me, if you look at Kawhi Leonard's production year to year, there's no drop-off.
There's certainly consistency to what Kawhi Leonard does. When he entered the league, he was a defensive force from the outset. And then he built methodically his offensive game. Free throws, post-game, and now range shooting. He is a complete basketball player.
For his size, Sengun with incredible moves and body control.
Harden against Van Vliet from outside the arc, and James Harden hits from deep. Harden's got 15 points.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Van Vliet kicks to Sengun. Thompson in the post, guarded by Harden. The shot by Thompson, no good. And it's Harden with the ball for Los Angeles. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So, pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Clippers trail by 5. Outside, Beal. Leonard looking over the floor. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Well, the mid-range is certainly the area that he is most comfortable. Kawhi Leonard, that's where he started, folks.
Rockets leading by 3. Outside, KD. Smith sets the pick for Durant. Durant uses his size in close.
It's not just that Kevin Durant scores it. It is the efficiency with which he does it. This guy, you can lean into him on the offensive end.
And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And here's Leonard from 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night. Durant against Brooks. Using his length inside. Durant.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Got a piece of it.
And how about the stingy defense there to deny that pass?
Count that one from VanVleet.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Clippers trail by 6. And the call will be against Jabari Smith. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Paul's checked in for the Clippers. Okogie's checked in for the Rockets. Rockets on defense. Pass to Leonard. Takes a 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds in the game. KD passes to Sengun. Here's Okogie. Back to Sengun. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Beal, the pass to Paul. Pass to Harden. Durant against Leonard. Kicks it out to Paul. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Sengun's got 4 rebounds in this game. Right side, Kevin Durant. No good on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Leonard. Again, Leonard missing. Rockets leading by 6. Pass to Okogie. Here's Sengun. Goes back up. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Sengun's got 11 points.
Let the big fella eat. Sengun just doing his thing down low.
Paul passes to Zubac. It's Beal on the wing. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 9 points in the game so far.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Lopez, he's checked in for Los Angeles. This Dunn comes in for James Harden. The Rockets also changing it up. Clint Capella comes in for Şengün. And Tari Eason subbed in for Smith.
The long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Smooth floater from KD.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Here's Leonard, and Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Los Angeles making a switch here. Batum's checked in.
Number 33, Nicholas Batum.
Here's Dunn. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Houston leading by 7. Goes up on the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Durant's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Yet another monster night for Kevin Durant, one of the best scoring forwards in the history of the game.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now Thompson. 8 points for him. The tray. KD can't get it to go. And so it's Houston, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball and how about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. We've got Harden. Dylan Brooks out there with Batum. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Paul in at the point.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
Van Vliet wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Şengün's got his 8th assist here tonight. Paul dishes to Harden. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
James Harden simply stated is putting it to the defense right now. Somebody has got to step up and get the ball out of his hands.
Shot by Eason, no good. Clippers trail by 9. The 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Here's Eason. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for Nicholas Batum. The wide open look here for Lopez. And a miss there on the triple. Rockets leading by 9. Şengün passes to Okogie. Back to Şengün. There's the 3. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
A work in progress for the big man. When Şengün is hitting from the outside, this offense becomes dangerous.
The kick out to Lopez. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For Houston, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. And the basket by Okogie.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Harden with a screen on Van Vliet. Lopez from long range. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 4 assists in the game. Pass to Şengün. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Los Angeles. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
I tell you, James Harden's ability to power through contact and finish with bodies around him is something else.
A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Lopez. Leonard comes in for O'Neal. And Beal subbed in for Paul. The Rockets also changing it up. Jabari Smith, he's checked in for Tari Eason. Kevin Durant comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Thompson in for Josh Okogie. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Ime Udoka's huddle. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. Here's Leonard. Leonard battling for 2.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Clippers trail by 12. And here's Leonard from 3. Leonard lets it rip from 3.
And Kawhi, if you look at the numbers, is a consistent three-point threat. And this guy is capable in the clutch. Contest those opportunities.
And Thompson kicks to Şengün. They get it back. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Brooks, the pass to Leonard. Leonard chewing him up inside.
We've seen this script before. Kawhi Leonard starts early and continues throughout the course of the night. Defense is in for a long haul.
And Şengün throws it down.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
A 3 from Leonard. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Making a huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
And Durant gets it to go.
KD's shot selection is always on point. You want to concede the mid-range, he's more than willing to take it.
It's stolen by Smith. Durant down the lane. Finished off the break. And now it's a 10-point Houston lead.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Houston.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And words can hardly describe the way these guys have come out game after game after game and been dominant facing both conferences. When they hit the 72-win mark, we thought it couldn't continue. And when they rewrite the record books once more, we'll say, wow, we were glad we watched it all. What a team.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins. Really asserting their dominance.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Şengün.
Well, unselfish basketball. His ability to create for others has been the story of this game.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Durant for 3. From deep. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. So we see Houston taking the W here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David. All right, DA, thanks again. That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.